Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Another facet, of course, of the Super Bowl that a lot of us do like to pay attention to, commercials. Obviously, everybody pulls out the big guns. All the advertisers pull out the big bucks and then get all these like big name celebrities and all this stuff and pull out all the stops so you can see these wonderful commercials for all their wonderful products. So let me put it out to you guys. Out of Delilah, how about you? What was some of your favorite commercials or highlight? Like, what commercial did you enjoy?
So one of my favorite ones was actually the NFL commercial when the guys come out of the TV.
Yes. Okay.
I thought I'm sorry, I thought that was hilarious. Especially when the football falls in the grandma's mouth. They're like, oh no, Mima.
Yeah.
Dying.
Oh, yeah.
I was just dying. I thought that was just hilarious. I was like, okay, I loved it. You know, it's just
Right.
I thought that was super funny. I don't know, it was just comical. But so that was one of my favorite ones. And then the Dr. Evil one, because
Yes.
you know, I thought that was great that they brought all of them back.
Yes.
And so now it's like, now I want a Dr. Evil movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Although, can you do that without Mini-Me though? Because Troy's
I know.
Troy's
sad.
not with us anymore.
I know.
Oh, that's true. Vern Troyer is no longer. Right?
No, I mean, I guess he could pass the torch to the baby, right? Because his son had a son. Anyway, but yeah, that was good. That was a good one too. What did you think, Anthony?
$1 million. I was going to say that one. I also want to touch the Cable Guy also.
Yeah.
I liked those just because that gave me just a little bit of last night, Sunday night was kind of a nostalgia night because you had all of the groups at the halftime show and then you had the commercials. But I'm not gonna lie to you, my favorite, and don't look at me weird, Eugene Levy as a stunt driver.
Oh,
yes.
That was good.
Yes.
Oh man, I didn't know he could look that good on here.
Didn't he look like Fabio? He looked like Fabio.
He looked fantastic.
Like an old version of Fabio with the leg and the end of Batista. You got Batista in that one. You got
oh man, that caught me off. I was like, wait, Eugene Levy looking kind of good with the long hair.
Right? and then at the end of the commercial, when old boy pops in the door, he's like, "Watch the coffee."
For sure. No,
that was a good one. That was a good one.
The only disappointment for me with the commercials was that I think, unless I missed it, now I got to be honest, I didn't get a chance to catch them all because I was busy cooking.
I saw the food. I saw the spread.
But I only saw one Budweiser commercial.
There were not a lot of Budweiser commercials. More like
and
the
usually
other
Bud
stuff.
is pretty well represented.
It's usually they were promoting more like that Flavor Town, like their Bud Light stuff.
Yeah. And like, what's going on with the salt? When did seltzer start taking over beer? Anyway,
yeah.
And
right,
I don't
exactly.
And the one with the sloth and the animals doing Push It.
Oh
yes. Oh yeah, that one was pretty good too. You know what one I like? One of the ones I liked. I'll go through a couple, but it was one of the things because I love the show so much.
Mm-hmm.
But that the commercial with Jamie Lynn Sigler and Robert Eiler from The Sopranos, where they recreated the opening of The Sopranos with her driving the car,
right?
Like that, just for some reason that just got to me, and I'm watching the whole they literally went through the entire opening, and then all of a sudden you see Robert Eiler, her brother, who played her brother for all those years,
right?
They get out of the car and they hug, and I was like, I had like a tear coming out of my eye, man. I was all like, oh, The Sopranos, I love that show. So that was a personal favorite. But the other one I enjoyed was like the Keeping Up with the Joneses.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones. And then Jonas is like, yeah, it's Keeping Up with the Jonases now. And
That's funny.
Just the look that Tommy Lee Jones gives him, like, oh, whoop your little ass, man. Don't even play with me. Which of course, that's Tommy Lee Jones. He always said, that one
keep up.
Yeah, exactly. Try and keep up.
I would have loved
that would totally crack me up.
I would have loved Tom Jones in that, even though they were doing a Tom Jones song as part of the commercial. But
right, well, that's part of the thing, was it?
Yeah, I know. But I still would have liked it. I thought he was the one that was going to be popping up exactly, but when it was Jonas, that was funny.
The one that I saw that I was kind of disappointed in because it has so much potential because of who was in it. It didn't really go where I thought it was going to go. Was Paul Rudd and Seth Rogen.
Yeah, well, those were like hyped as really big,
the Dorito ones. Yeah, those were not that good.
Well, yeah, the chip they did Frito-Lay, right? It was all chips.
Yeah, all the different.
Yeah,
all
the
Lay's
chip
ones.
Yeah, all the different chip ones. Yeah,
I didn't like any of the chip commercials. And yeah, there was no official Budweiser commercial. You're right. It was more the Bud Light seltzer stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we did see the Clydesdale, but that was about it.
But you're right though. There wasn't no big Budweiser commercial.
The Dream House with Anna Kendrick and Barbie.
That was funny.
Rocket Homes and Rocket.
Oh yeah.
The only reason that was funny is all the nostalgic toys.
And that's what gets people. You go, oh my god, I remember all that. Right, exactly. So
I had those He-Man toys and the Barbie toys.
right. Delilah's like,
the varsity with Delilah. It was already in the making.
That's right. She's like, I got my toys.
It's because like I don't like we always mixed all our toys up. So like my brother's toys and my toys, like we didn't care. Like we're like, all right, whatever. We're gonna crash your like He-Man like stuff.
That's funny.
Yeah. I don't know. Barbie never liked Ken. You know, she was always stepping out with G.I. Joe and all the He-Man action figures. That's what we always played. It was always like, Ken.
No, I get it. I totally know. That's absolutely hilarious. You're like, sorry, Ken, but Barbie, we're gonna go with.
So that was a good commercial. That was a good commercial.
They're all good stuff. Which is, I mean, it's a fun part of the Super Bowl. Again, it's just. Yeah. Another thing to look forward to. You know, it's the biggest football game of the year.
Yeah, for sure.
It turns it into a 4-hour event. Right. You know, because of the halftime show, the commercials, and all the stuff. So.
I was surprised not to see a Coca-Cola commercial. Yes. Like, there was actually a lot that I was surprised
a lot of sponsors that normally are really big at the Super Bowl just didn't see them this year.
Interesting.
Yeah, now this was not a commercial. Another disappointment. Mr. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson introduces the Super Bowl.
What did you think of that?
I liked it. I think the Super Bowl is getting a little too theatrical. I liked it.
Too theatrical.
Right. But wait a minute. Too theatrical?
Yeah. Well, even for the Super Bowl, and that's saying something because now you got an announcer. I was like with Bruce Buffet or something like that. Right. But when the Rock said when the Rock said millions. And he didn't pull back and let the crowd come back with millions.
And the millions, right?
I gotcha.
And then know if you smell what the Rock is cooking at the end of the speech. I was waiting for. As soon as I saw him, I said, he's getting ready to,
because he did the whole one in the video. He's like, finally, the super. You know, like so you kind of thought, okay, he's going to do all the catchphrases, right?
He's going
to do the millions. He's going to do it at the end. He's going to say if you smell right. And you're
out of people's eyebrow. Right. Not even a people's eyebrow. Right. Come on, man. We can't even get a people's eyebrow.
I could see why the disappointment. I was laughing because it was all in purple. They were comparing him to what's the
what was he wearing? Like
what was the McDonald's monster? Grimace. That's what they were comparing him to.
I understand that I don't have the greatest fashion sense. But that looked like two different shades of red that did not go together. Like, what was he wearing?
They was wearing purple, two shades of purple. That's what they're comparing him to.
When you're Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, you can wear whatever the hell
you want. You can.
I couldn't get away with wearing that at Walmart.
But didn't it look like it had crotches on his pants too? It looked like it had an extra long crotch patch or something. Like, how long are those pants?
No, come on. Don't wear that.
Right, like, what are you wearing, bro?
Sean said Cat wanted to get him that outfit.
No.
Oh, is that what it was?
Oh, no way. No, but I see what you mean. We were all waiting for those catchphrases, though. No, I agree with you, Anthony. We were waiting for you're the Rock. I know you're Dwayne now, but you're the Rock. We're waiting for
I mean, that's like having Hulk Hogan out there and not having him say, "Let me tell you something, brother."
Right.
Take your vitamins and say your prayers, and then rip his shirt off.
Right, for sure. No, I agree. I mean, he said the reason was because, as I don't know if people know this, but he wanted to be in the NFL. But because of injury, he decided to, pursue.
Yeah, he ended up in the Canadian Football League, hurt his knee again.
Yeah, so he really did want to play the NFL. So he's like,
he did. Absolutely.
So I guess he took it more serious because of that. He's like, those were one of his dreams.
He didn't.
Although obviously the fact that he went left instead of right didn't turn out bad for him because I mean.
Oh no.
literally like.
I think he's done just fine with what he's done.
Right.
Oh, yeah. He'll be okay.
Yeah.
Could you see somebody interviewing him and going, well, tell us about your this is now your 82nd movie with Kevin Hart. You guys are just got a streak going.
I love them together.
Tell us how you feel about your movie career. He's like, yeah, the movies are all right. I can just see it. Like, well, the movies are okay. But The Rock has always wanted to play NFL football. Movies have not compared.
Right.
Like, could you see him?
Right. No, I know. I can see. I guess he took it too serious. Yeah.
The best explanation Rock ever gave when he was wrestling, I just love this, was he talked about how people like different things. Yeah. He's like, but everyone loves a pancake. The Rock is a pancake. And that's all even
The Rock is a pancake.
Right. He's like, everybody loves a pancake. The Rock is a pancake. And that was the end of that. So
God, he had the best.
Oh wait, at Miami, like Miami in Ohio, Sean?
No, he was at Miami University. He was a Hurricane. He was a Hurricane. He played with. Matter of fact, he lost his job.
Sorry, anytime people say Miami, I'm always like Miami, Ohio.
No. He essentially lost his job to Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp got injured. Yeah, he got injured. And Warren came on the team that next year.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Defensive end, yeah. He played behind Warren Sapp. But I mean, he played with Russell Maryland. Like they won a national title. The Rock is a college champion. Like, let's not forget that, kids. He played all 4 years at Miami. He was an academic All-American. I mean, the guy got his degree.
Which is why he went. Yeah, he did. He was
a smart guy. I mean, he got injuries, and then Warren Sapp came and kind of outplayed him. So he kind of lost his starting spot, but he still played. But of course, it wasn't. We all know what Warren Sapp went on to do. So yeah.
Oh yeah, we do. But
which is always funny because he still calls him Dewey. That was his nickname. And I saw an interview one time with Warren Sapp. He's like, Dewey? No, Dewey never beat me out for a job. No. And I'm thinking, The Rock's probably like, man, call me Dewey one more time, Warren Sapp. Let me see what I mean. Like, I'll show you what The Rock is cooking.
You might have been able to get me in college, but
right. I'll take you. Right, exactly. All right.
But but that's all. That's why he took it serious, I think. But I agree. Exactly. I think we were expecting more theatrics.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So let us move on